Welcome to the introduction of Microsoft 365 Review Tab Part 2, Part 10 of 12 parts, presented by the Fruitland Park Library, narrated by Gloria. Table of Contents, Part 2 of Excel Review Tab, Part 10 of 12, Protect a workbook using a password, Unprotect a workbook using a password, Unhide file extensions, Password lost, use a workaround method. If anyone needs instructions on how to have two windows open at the same time, please see Excel 365 Video 1. Review tab, Part 2. In the previous tutorial, we protected a worksheet. In this tutorial, we're going to protect a workbook. Just like protecting a worksheet, protecting a workbook prevents adding, moving, deleting, or hiding the workbook. To protect a workbook, go to the Review tab, Protect Group, and click Protect Workbook. A dialog box will open asking for a password. Enter a password. A Confirm Password dialog box will open. Enter the password again, click OK, and save the changes. Once a workbook is password protected, to unprotect it, simply click on Protected Workbook. The Unprotected Workbook dialog box will open. Enter password and click OK. We're going to pretend we no longer have the password to the workbook. It's time to bypass or work around the need of a password. The first thing that needs to be checked is the file extensions. Can they be seen? .xlsx is a file extension for this file. If the file extension is not visible, go to Control Panel, click on File Explorer Options, and remove the check mark from the box next to Hide Extensions for Known File Types. Click OK. The next thing to do is make a copy of the file just in case something goes wrong. Renaming the copy may be helpful to easily identify it. Change the file extension from XLSX to zip. Right-click on the file, select Rename, delete .xlsx, and enter .zip. You will get this warning. Click Yes. The file will now look like this. Right-click on the file, scroll to Open With, then select Windows Explorer. The file opens displaying 3 folders and 1 document. Double-click on folder XL to open it. Click on workbook.xml. It may open using Notepad or WordPad. That's fine. Both display the same coding. If you are using Notepad, it may open with the code running off the page horizontally. You can use the bottom scroll to see all of the code, but it's much easier to use WordWrap. Click on Format. Click WordWrap. The code no longer runs off the page horizontally. Click Edit. Click Find to search for the code. If you are using WordPad, on the Home tab, Editing Group, click the Find command. Enter the word Pro or Protect to locate the code. Highlight the code starting with the bracket which looks like a less than sign. Continue the highlight until you come to the closing bracket that has a / with a greater than sign. Click Delete. Save on desktop. Do not change the name and close Notepad. Drag and drop a copy of workbook.xml into the zip file. A dialog box will open. Select Replace the file in the destination. Close the zip file. Change the file extension from .zip back to .xlsx. Change the name back to its original name. The workbook is no longer protected. Tip: because the code is so close together, it may be difficult to highlight the code you need without it spilling over to other code. I recommend putting a space using the space bar on the keyboard at the start and at the end of the code. Fruitland Park Library. This concludes the introduction to Microsoft 365, Part 2 of Review tab, Part 10 of 12 parts. Thank you for joining us for Part 10. We hope you enjoyed the tutorial and will be joining us for the remaining parts 11 through 12 of Microsoft Excel 365. If you have any questions or would like a transcript of this tutorial, please contact gloria.terry@mylakelibrary.org or call 352-360-6561.